Hola a todos, bienvenidos. Yo soy Keisha. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Keisha, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I stop or what's helping me to not translate in my head from English to Spanish or Spanish to English so much. I've gotten this question from a couple people, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and do a video and kind of talk about how I do that and what helps me. So hopefully this will help somebody out there too. So stay tuned. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and jump right on into this. Okay, so one thing that has helped me a lot from translating from Spanish to English or English to Spanish, when I'm, trying to speak Spanish or understand Spanish, what I'm listening to, is I like on purpose I tell myself, like, right before I watch a program or listen to music or what maybe have a conversation with someone, I'll tell myself, like, right before I start, do not translate in your head. No translating. We are just going to take this word for what is said, and we're not translating. Okay, so you're like, all right, well, how do you do that? Or easier said than done. You are correct. So since I've been on my Spanish language learning journey, and you know what? This doesn't matter what language you're learning, whether you're learning English, whether you're learning, I don't know, Chinese, or whatever it is that you're learning. This is something I believe that would be able to help you also. Okay, so like I said, I will tell myself not to do it. And then once I like, okay, don't do it, I'll go ahead and either play the song or play the movie or video or listen to a friend or whatnot speak Spanish, and I just take it word for word. So I don't translate the words, and of course it's hard in the beginning because I've been so used to translating. I've been on my journey for about 2 years now, so I've been used to translating for at least the past year. So I'll hear the Spanish word and then I'll translate that word to English, and honestly, it takes a lot of more effort. I didn't think that it would, but it takes a lot more effort to do that translating from hearing the word in like I said, in Spanish and then translating English. It's like your mind is like working like triple overtime. Your mind is trying to hear, number one, what's being said or played or whatnot. Number two is listening to it in the Spanish language or whatever language it is. And then number three is translating, so your mind is like triple overtime. So, I mean, that takes a lot of energy, whether you think about it or not. It really does to do that. So you're like doing like way too much work. So just listening to the words for what it is and taking it for like I said, what it is, it's a lot more easier for you to do. You may not think that it's easier, but it actually is a lot easier. Well, it's a lot easier for me. So just listening to the Spanish word and not translating, it's been working for me. I've been doing it maybe almost 2 months now, and yeah, it's been good now. And of course, since my mind, of course, is actually used to translating, I've been translating over a year now, and so since it is used to translating, then that's natural. That's going to happen. It's just going to Your mind is just going to revert back to habit and what it's used to doing. But that's when you have to stop and be like, no, go back to not translating. And so for me, since I've been doing it almost 2 months now, I don't have to really tell myself too many times to go back, to stop translating. But in the beginning, yes, I did. So yeah, just it's okay if you have to do that. Also, too, it's easier for you to stop translating in from your native language to your target language or vice versa when you have a lot of vocabulary words. So if you're just in your language learning journey and you're like, Keisha, I only know about 40 words, 60 words, if that. So this is kind of hard for me. True, it can be kind of hard, and I understand that, but it's okay. Just expand your vocabulary. You know, watch more movies, listen to more music, talk to more people in your target language, and then you know, read books, more things like that, stuff that you like to do, and then you'll see that your vocabulary will expand greatly, and you will be able to translate a whole lot better than you did like in the beginning. So I don't want you guys, just because you're new to your journey, like getting discouraged, like, oh, I can't do that because I don't know enough words yet. You know, it's okay. Still try, still do it anyways. I really encourage you to. I have a video that I'm going to link at the end of this video, where I believe it's my 5 things that I do to learn Spanish. And of course, you can use those for any other language that you might be learning right now. It does not have to just be Spanish, but I think that those tips will actually also something else that helps me too is if you go on some of the translating sites. Well, I use Spanish Dict, and that actually is a really good site for translating words. I know there's other ones out there. I don't use those. I know some people do, but Spanish Dict actually is great because it lets you translate from your target language to your native language, or your native language to your target language. And so you're able to do those settings on there. And I think it would be good for you to put it, not like it gives you the option to kind of set it like that. So when you're doing your settings, instead of setting it, let's just say, you know, I speak English, that's my native language. Instead of me setting it to from English to Spanish, I'll just set it at Spanish, you know. So whenever I hear a word that I don't know, and there's still lots of words I do not know in Spanish, you know, I know a lot, but there's still a ton that I don't know. I'll write them down, and I say that in my other video, so make sure you check it out. And then I'll just type it into the Spanish Dict to the part in the app, and then it'll come up like that. So then once it comes up like that, then I have to kind of figure out what it's trying to say with the other words that I do know. Now, if you don't know it, of course, and like I said, you don't have your vocabulary expanded yet, fine. Just put it from Spanish to English or English to Spanish. That is fine also. You know, just do what you got to do until you get. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Share it with other people who you know who may be on their language journey, and this will benefit them. Okay, see you guys in the next video. Bye.